What do you want for nothing? Rubber biscuit? Bow, wow.
Yeah, Elwood Blues, better known as Dan Aykroyd. We're going to get back to his interview right now with Jennifer Gobert, talking about the film tax credits and his various activities here in New Orleans. And, of course, one of his biggest activities in New Orleans here is as founding father of the House of Blues New Orleans location, and also as a big player in the Crystal Head Vodka Company. Here we go. Here's Jen.
Chris Deli was just on here, and he's with the governor's office and the executive director of entertainment and economic development up there. And he was saying there's for each dollar that we consider spent on production here, there's a $5.51 multiplier for things that trickle over. And one thing that comes to mind, I know you were out at Sam's a few days ago promoting your new vodka, which is great. It's no glycol, no citric acid, and no sugar. And that trickles over. I mean, you're here, and if you weren't here, you wouldn't be promoting that item here. So there's certainly, in addition to the production, there's also a trickle-over effect.
Exactly right. Every gas station is going to benefit from the fuel for the trucks. Every restaurant is going to benefit from people coming in. Motion picture theaters, music clubs like House of Blues. I go the other night, and I see there's 10 of my crew there having a great time at the Willie Nelson show. So absolutely, there's no question about it. Now, see, what happened in New York City? New York City was always big for movies because it's New York City. And the city had an attitude, well, they've got to shoot here. Why should we give them a break?
Right.
And then there was a sort of a cycle that happened, and people realized, they're going out and they're pretending that Toronto's New York City. They're pretending Montreal is New York City. We got to get that business back. So a few years ago, New York put in tax credits. And then a lot of work came into New York. But then you had the unions up there going, we're not going to give a break. They're here anyway. So it's a matter of everybody across the board. In some cases where you have union activity, they also kind of have to take a little haircut in order to get the work and the stimulation. And it's good. It's good for everybody. And it keeps sustenance in the motion picture business. As they say, look, 9 movies here and 2 TV shows.
Wow.
This is the beginning of a permanent industry here. It's not like, say, a small town in Idaho where you've got that one crew that comes in and the state gives the tax credit and then they go away and they never come back again. This is going to start a film revolution. I predict that there is probably going to be the conversion of a large industrial space into a full-time studio where we can hang lights and you can shoot indoor stuff. And I see that coming. Someone's going to come down here and make an investment. And you know what? They're going to make a lot of money.
Right, absolutely. And can you tell us, too, do you know how many are union movies versus non-union movies here, or do you know?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I believe that we have some union and some non-union. Now, for your trades like IATSE, there's just, there's some unions that you can't bargain with because they're just set in, for instance, like Writers Guild, AFTRA, right. SAG, all of that.
I ran into Cheryl Ledet this morning at the Orleans courthouse, and her dad was big on the unions back in the day, and she asked me to ask you that question, so I promised her that I would do that.
I'm not sure how many union shows are working here. Of course, again, it's great when we can get the concessions because ultimately everybody benefits, and it'll get to a point if you build the industry up, that full union rights can then be paid, and then nobody has to take a haircut or take a break.
So we just have about 30 seconds left here. Can you tell us about your upcoming movie and what you're shooting now?
I'm shooting a film called Dogfight. Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell play rival congressional district candidates in North Carolina, and I tell you, Jennifer, it is the funniest script I have read in years. I was laughing out loud in bed.
I have to see that, Ben.
You never laugh in bed. I'm saying I was laughing at this. So, you've got to see it, and I hope we can do maybe a nice little premiere down here just to showcase what this city and what this state has. And I go back to California, and I'm going to talk to people about coming here and shooting movies.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. We appreciate your support. And so when is the anticipated date that that Dogfight's going to come out?
Probably in August.
In August?
I think that's it, yeah. And I can't tell you what some of these great jokes in it, but everybody will just have to see it, and guaranteed howls of laughter, and many of them.
Well, that is wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit more, too, about your vodka, which it just won an award in 2011. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, yeah, thank you. We had fun at Sam's. It won a gold medal award at the San Francisco Tasting. It has no glycol, no sugar, and no citrus, as you mentioned, zero additive vodka. It's the clean slate for mixologists to start with. And if you look at the cap, the cork on the vodka, you'll see 4 symbols. One is the stag's head, which is in the Aykroyd coat of arms. One is the fleur de lis for the province of Quebec, and then at the bottom, the fleur de lis for the state of Louisiana, and the crescent for the Crescent City. So when my partners and I put this vodka together, we put a living tribute to this state and this city right in our product, so that love goes on and on. Well,
we certainly do appreciate everything that you have given this state, and we look forward to seeing Dogfight. So thanks so much.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you. I'm going to come back and make another movie here.
You better.
I have anything to do about it.
Okay. We're looking for a Ghostbusters 3. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Law Out Loud. That was Dan Aykroyd talking about what the film credits have done for him in the Actors Guild.
And we will be right